In 1992, I was a practicing lawyer in Nanaimo. I'd been doing that for about 3 years and was starting to realize that I was not meant to be a lawyer for the rest of my life. Had not considered the civil service, or as it was then known, now public service, as a career option. But I saw some advertisements for positions. I believe I started in March of 1992. Very fortunate to work with some great people and to have a little bit of luck on my side as well.
When Richard was first introduced to me, a boss had said, "We really struck gold. We're going to get this guy who is wickedly smart and super competent." I got to chance to be in a meeting with Richard, and Richard's quite low key. And I remember thinking at the meeting, is this the guy?
They're working on this little project about moving small claims and a bunch of other types of disputes online.
He wouldn't interject an awful lot. He would just be listening and absorbing, and then I would see him take it away. He would take the wild, transformative, innovative proposals and actually make it concrete and deliverable.
The justice system broadly, particularly the tribunals I was aware of, from an operational perspective, I felt it could be run more efficiently, primarily with the use of technology, with better screening tools to help people identify when they came into the justice sector to know whether they were first in the right place. And as with many technology developments, it's a hard sell at first.
It was his job to sort of work with this skeleton legislation and turn it into a fully functioning online tribunal with a budget and with employees and with technology.
He always had that anchor or that foundation in mind of creating something that would work for people.
I think what I've learned from him is a real calmness when it comes to challenges, because we've had a lot of challenges with the CRT over the years, a lot of people that had concerns or criticisms about the tribunal and how it was working. And Richard is just unflappable.
I think part of it is just my upbringing. It wasn't worth getting too upset about anything. I know that's not going to move things along. I started with the Residential Tenancy Branch, or RTB, in June of 2022.
Sort of say, actually, we can afford to do this?
I do like to understand what it is that the employers are going through, and going back to the idea of user focus, trying to understand what the end users are going through as well. And at the RTB, that was very self-evident. The end users, landlords, and tenants were distressed.
He had a great way of connecting with people and understanding that the expertise and the knowledge around how the work could be done better really resided in the team. And so he was able to take the time and space and draw that out of people.
That interpretation services, that was one of your early ways.
He has a really great grace about his leadership style to bring people along. He's really had a focus on administrative fairness, giving people a voice where they can be heard and have access to a fair process and an assessment.
When I first met Richard, they had a suite in their house that they were renting out at below market rate through an organization that helps single moms. So he's got a real focus on community, on health and exercise, on travel. He's got a well-balanced life, I think. And I really hope that he'll retire one day and enjoy his retirement.
We're not letting him retire anytime soon.
Technically, there's been one retirement, but multiple almost retirements. My number one activity outside of work is spending time with my wife, Shelley. We like to travel. After that, I like to spend time with my friends. We golf together. You sort of can convince yourself you're commuting with nature, but also hitting a ball around at the same time.
I think what you'll hear from people is he's got a very deadpan sense of humor.
I think about Richard as influencing many of us. The behavior that he modeled, that will have lasting implications throughout the public service that can then multiply his value and his benefits to the public.